Top 10 places to meet someone new. pt4. Art walks. In art, the hand can never execute anything higher than the heart can inspire. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Art walks are a creation of the 21st century. Often, they are formed in marginalized areas in a revitalization attempt. Older buildings are transformed into artists' lofts. The artists get a live workspace at a reduced rate in exchange for participating in a monthly or quarterly display of their art. Often, if an art walk catches on, art galleries will spring up in the same area. Often, you will be able to grab a glass of wine and wander through the open venues. Nearly every major town has an art district. On certain nights of the month, you'll find the area comes alive with an art walk. The galleries become the hippest spots in town. They set up bars and DJs, and lots of women from all over bounce from gallery to gallery, enjoying fine art and wine. This is a perfect opportunity to wander around and causally meet people. The bonus here is that as the art walk winds down, the city's night scene is just beginning, so it's a natural progression to invite your new female friend out to hit your favorite spots with you. Now, who are you likely to meet at an art walk? Someone who is sophisticated, educated, and who cares about the arts. Does this sound like someone who you'd like to get to know better? You can immediately strike up a conversation with someone by commenting on a painting or ceramic vase. If things progress from there, there is generally a coffee shop or bar around the corner to continue the discussion. High-end store. You know, it's dangerous for you to be here in the frozen food section. You could melt all this stuff. Steve Martin in My Blue Heaven. Places like Whole Foods have been pick-up spots for a few years now. You will meet fairly well-off people when you go to a high-end store. Grocery stores like Whole Foods often have social events including cooking classes and wine tastings as well. These so-called social supermarkets tend to get a reputation for the good times to meet other singles shopping. Where else can you check out a guy or girl at the checkout stand? You should plan your supermarket ventures in the early evening, after work, or on a Saturday in the late morning to early afternoon time frame. Consider the demographics involved, and it's easy to understand how the ratios of single people are going to be better then. This isn't to say that it's impossible to meet people during the day on Tuesday, but the odds aren't quite as good. Here's how to approach someone. Step 1. Position yourself considering the same shelf full of items as someone you want to meet. Step 2. Find a particularly interesting product. Step 3. Ask, "Have you tried this?" Step 4. Expect a one-word answer. Step 5. Respond by briefly describing some creative use you might have for it. Step 6. Continue conversation with intrigued new friend. Step 7, etc. Grocery stores aren't the only places for a pickup either. Women can often find eligible, if geeky, men at high-end electronics or computer stores. They may also be hanging out at an auto parts store. One way to approach these men is to ask technical questions. They'll be glad to show off their knowledge. But as a note of warning, men shouldn't necessarily go to the stores where women shop with their girlfriends. It looks odd for a guy to be hanging out in the lingerie department.